Hey guys, I'm Katie from English and Beyond. Today, let's learn 10 ways that you can say something in a nicer way. Number 1, imagine that you have been asked to babysit the child of, I don't know, your boss, maybe your cousin, your aunt, your sister, and you do it. And it turns out that this child is, well, for lack of a better word, a complete monster. But when they ask you, "Oh, how was Junior? Thank you so much for watching him. Was he good?" You can't exactly say, "No, your child is a monster." Right? Like what's going to happen if you say that? Maybe you'll lose your job. Maybe you'll get in big trouble with your sister or your cousin. Try saying, "He's a handful." Or, "He's a very active child." See? You are stating the obvious without stating the obvious. You're saying that he obviously has a lot of energy, and you're not saying that he was good. You're just, pointing out one part of that. That is very smooth. Number 2. Let's think about meeting someone who happens to be related to a friend of yours, like your best friend. Imagine that you meet their cousin or their brother or their uncle or their sister for the first time. And you don't like them at all, at all. In fact, you can't wait to get away from them. But then your best friend asks you, "Oh, I'm so glad you got to meet my brother. What'd you think of him?" Okay, what in the world can you say? You can't say, "I think he's a jerk," or, "Wow, what a weirdo. I'm really sorry that he's your brother." No way. You would hurt their feelings. So, what could you say? You could say, "He's interesting," or "He's different," or "He's a real character, isn't he?" Of course, just remember, if this person is your best friend, chances are they're going to read your face. So be very careful because, they're going to be able to tell if you really think that their brother's a jerk. But at least you're saying the right words. You're using the smooth words, right? Number 3, you're in a meeting at work, and one of your colleagues is suggesting a plan of action that you know will be a complete disaster. Now, you could say, "You're totally wrong," except it would probably look more like, "You're totally wrong," with the finger. Okay. What could you say instead of that? Try, "I think you might be mistaken. Could we check those figures again?" See? When you say, "I think you might be mistaken," you're making a suggestion, and it's actually pretty soft. And then if you add, "Can we check those figures again?" you're grouping yourself in with him. So it's smoother. He hopefully won't become offended at you. And, your boss and whoever else is watching will think, I like their style. They're tactful. Number 4, you're talking with someone and you understand the words of what they are saying, but you just don't get the meaning of it. And they're getting frustrated with you because they can see that you don't understand. What could you say to help things smooth out? Instead of saying, "I don't get it," which is direct, and true, why don't you say to them, I didn't catch it. Come again? Or could you please put that in another way? Also, when you speak, use this body language, palms up, because this is asking for their patience, asking for their help. It's not aggressive, and it's definitely not confrontational. So, just an extra tip there, Number 5. You're in the office. It's like an hour until quitting time. You have a ton of work piled up on your desk, and one of your colleagues comes by to chat with you because he's done with his work. Good for him, right? Okay. Instead of saying, "Go away, I don't want to see your face right now," which is so rude, but sometimes we feel like that. Try saying, "Hey, I really want to talk to you, but I'm swamped. I'm drowning in this work. Could we do this later?" See? So when you say, could we do this later, you're actually giving him the control, but you're appealing to him to have consideration for you. So it's a win-win situation. Of course, I hope that, you really are up to doing this later, because if he remembers that you said that, you're kind of going to have to follow through on that. Just heads up, warning. Number 6, you go somewhere, and maybe it's something little, like a restaurant or the movies, cinema, or something big, like a vacation. And it's horrible. It's just horrible. Now, if someone asked you, "Oh, how was it?" and you don't want to give really negative vibes, okay? You don't want to say, "I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was the vacation from hell." You could say, "It was an experience." Or, "It was an experience. I wouldn't do it again, but it was something." Once again, you are stating the obvious. Yes, it was an experience. And if they're a smart person or perceptive, they're going to ask you, "What kind of experience?" And then, well, up to you what you say. You could just say bad, or, you could say, "Yeah, it was the worst time of my life." But it depends how well you know that person. So, yeah. Number 7, you're having a conversation with someone. It could be anyone, a colleague, family member, friend, and they are losing their patience with you, which actually probably makes you irritated also. What could you say to hopefully ease the situation? Try saying, "Please bear with me. Please bear with me." What are you asking? You're asking for them to have patience with you. Because, this happens to me. Sometimes I don't get it. I'm not getting it. And when someone is impatient, it's so uncomfortable, And so instead of saying, "Hey, be nice," which, we want to say, "Please bear with me," you're appealing to them again, and hopefully it smooths things out. Number 8, you got an invitation to go somewhere, and you don't want to go. You don't want to go for whatever reason. Maybe you don't feel like it. Maybe you don't like the place. Maybe you don't like the person that invited you. What can you say? Okay, try this great idiom. "Can I take a rain check?" Except it sounds like, "Oh, can I take a rain check on that?" Or, "Give me a rain check, please. Give me a rain check, please." The beauty of this is that it's not you giving a specific reason. You don't have to give a specific reason. You are just saying that perhaps, maybe, you'll do it at a later time. But there's nothing solid there, okay? And if you say this to an American, I guarantee you that the majority of Americans are not going to ask you, oh, why? Why not? No, they'll just leave it at that. So this is a really good one, guys. Really good one. Memorize it, please, because it will help you a lot. Number 9. It's Friday and you want to go somewhere with your friends, your family, but you don't really have an opinion about where to go. You know you want to go somewhere, but it really doesn't matter to you. However, some people, if you say to them, I don't care, that kind of indicates that you have lack of interest, okay, in doing something. So instead of saying, I don't care, when they ask you, oh, where do you want to go? Let's do something. Try saying, I'm open for whatever you want, okay? I'm up for whatever you guys want to do. Of course, just remember, when you do say this, you got to follow through. So if they're like, oh, great, let's go bungee jumping, and you have a fear of heights, I'm sorry. You just, you just really got yourself into a situation. But hopefully they just say something normal, like, oh, let's go get ice cream, let's go to the cinema, let's go on a 5-mile run. No, be very careful with that. No, I'm out. I'm totally out. Yeah, but hopefully it's something good. Yeah. Number 10. Last, but definitely not least. How do you say no in a nice way? Because no is a hard hitter, don't you think? Okay, it depends. If it is a no, okay, like solid, then try saying, I'm sorry, but I just can't. There you go, okay? But if it's a no that could be a yes in the future, try saying, I'll think about it and get back to you. Of course, be really careful because if you mix up the two, then you could have some problems. So if it's a no, that sounds weird. If it's a no and it's solid, I'm sorry, but I just can't. Okay? Remember that one, guys, because, we do have to use the word no sometimes. So there you have it. 10 ways to say things in a nicer way. And I hope that at least 1 or 2 of them caught your attention. Because when you speak another language that's not your mother tongue, sometimes we get in sticky situations. And it's very helpful to have a couple of these expressions or phrases or options in the back of your mind that you can use. Because, let's face it, we need all the help we can get sometimes, right? So I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and share and comment. Tell me, what would you like me to cover in future videos? And also, go to my Instagram because I have some amazing videos there and you might just pick up some more useful things for your English language journey. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, bye.